Hare Krishna, welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today's speaker is Her Grace Kaumodaki Mataji. Mataji will speak on the topic of Sri Caitanya Caritamrta, Madhya Lila, chapter 24, verse number 118 onwards. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much Mataji for giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening us on this topic. I now hand over the call to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
On a mute. Hare Krishna, Noni Mataji. Thank you very much to all the devotees, please. All the devotees, please bless me so that I can become, I don't know. I'm trying to do some reading and then explain. So, please. Give me the blessings. Om Gnanatinandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chaksumitam Yena Tasmi Shri Guruvena Sri Caitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Slopadantyam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapatakamana Shri Guru Vaishnavamsya Sri Rupam Savridatam Savarana Gunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Deva Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Bhakta Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Thank you very much, all the devotees. We are reading Sri Caitanya Caritamrta, Madhya Lila, chapter 24. I should voice. Okay. Text chapter 24, text number 118. And 19. Nava Yogishvara Janma Aite Sadhaka Jani Vidhi Shiva Narad Mukhe Krishna Guna Suni. Nava 9 Yogishvara, great saintly yogis, Janma Aite, from the very birth, Sadhaka, practitioners. Jnani, well-versed in transcendental knowledge. Vidhi, Lord Brahma. Shiva, Lord Shiva. Narad, the great sage Narad. Mukhe, in their mouths. Krishna Gunasuni, hearing the transcendent qualities of Krishna. From their very translation by His Divine Srila Prabhupada, from their very birth, the 9 great mystic yogis, yogendras, were impersonal philosophers of the absolute truth. However, because they heard about Lord Krishna's qualities from Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the great sage Narad, they also became Krishna's devotees. And text 119. Guna Krishna Hana Kare Krishna Bhajana Ekadasha Skandetandra Bhakti Vivarana. Translation. In the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a full description of the devotional service of the 9 yogendras, who rendered devotional service because they were attracted by the Lord's transcendental qualities. Previously, we also heard about the Lord Chaitanya describing about the Shukadeva Goswami, that he also was an impersonal philosopher, and he became attracted. As Lord Shukadeva Goswami, he was in the mother's womb. He's Vyasadev's son. But he was not coming out from the womb. So he stayed for 16 years in the womb of my mother. And so then Vyasadeva was also asking him to come out, but he wasn't coming out. Then finally Vyasadeva approaches Krishna. And Krishna comes and he says to come out. So then Sukadeva Goswami says in the womb that if I come out, then your Maya will capture me. So I don't want to come out. So then Krishna gives him, promises him that my Maya will not touch you. Please come out. So then he came out, and as soon as he came out, he just went out. Just left home. He didn't stay. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam we have a description about how Sukadeva Goswami, when he left, so Vyasadeva is going after him and calling him, son, please come, son. He wanted his son back home. But he didn't respond. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami describes it. We are also hearing Sukadeva Goswami. They say that only 3 echoed, so that otherwise Sukadeva Goswami did not hear. So then Vyasadeva, he trains his disciples into two verses from the Srimad Bhagavatam describing the qualities of its appearance. The qualities and a description of Krishna. That one was in description is Barha Pila Nattvara Vapu Karnayo Karnikaram. That verse. And is also called quality of how that the Uddhava describes about that. How this Lord is so merciful that who even gives the Baki, the Putra, who came to give poison to Krishna, but he gives her the position of mother. So how Dayalu, Kova Dayalu, who is such Dayalu, and who will not worship him like that? So when the Vyasadev's disciples recited these words when around where Sukadeva Goswami was staying in the forest, so then he became very attracted. So then he talked to them and asked them, where did you learn this? So he said, from your father, Vyasadeva. So then Sukadeva Goswami comes home and he wants to learn Bhagavad. So then he learns Bhagavad. He was perfectly situated in the impersonal Brahman. But these qualities of Krishna, quality and his this how he looks, how he very beautiful, that description attracted him. So he came back and he learned Srimad Bhagavatam from from Vyasadeva. And after that, we all hear the sequence Srimad Bhagavatam, which Sukadeva Goswami speaks, and Parikshit Maharaj hears. And with Parikshit Maharaj, there's so many sages from different planetary systems and different demigods and all this. The Indra also came with a part of nectar and said, asked Sukadeva Goswami, said, please give me this nectar to Parikshit Maharaj, so he will not die. He will not die. But then and give this Caitanya to us. So to me. So then Sukadeva Goswami said, he is equating this this Amrita, what you have, with this Bhagavatamrita, Amrita of the Bhagavata, it's no, it just go away. We don't want this. So that Amrit in heavenly planets has no value in front of this Bhagavatam that Sukadeva Goswami spoke to the Parikshit Maharaj. And that gave, by reciting this Sukadeva Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami attained perfection. And by hearing Parikshit Maharaj, he also heard for 7 days. We all know that how he only had 7 days left. And in that 7 days, he heard this Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Katha from Sukadeva Goswami, and he attained perfection also. And so then, now here Lord Chaitanya is saying about these Navyogendras, who are the sons of Rishabhdev. And let me just say about the Rishabhdevs. Here the son of Nabi. Okay. Priyavrata. Manu's son was Priyavrata. We also heard in the Srimad Bhagavatam about another Manu Maharaj had 2 sons, Priyavrata and Uttanapad. Priyavrata was older and Uttanapad. So we heard in a descendant of Uttanapad, Dhruva Maharaj's Charitra. And in there also Pithu Maharaj also appeared with the Saktavesh Avatar Vishnu. So in here, this Swayambhu Manu, I'm reading this from the Bhagavatam, 11th canto. Swayambhu Manu had a son named Maharaj Priyavrata. And among Priyavrata's sons was Agnidra. From Agnidra was born Nabi, whose son was known as Rishabhdev. And Rishabhdev is accepted as an expansion of the Supreme Personality, Supreme Lord Vasudeva. He incarnated in this world to propagate those religious principles that lead living entities to ultimate liberation. He had 100 sons, all perfect in Vedic knowledge. And out of these 100 sons of Lord Rishabhdev, the eldest was Bharat. And he was completely devoted to Lord Narayan. It is because of Bharat's fame that this planet is now celebrated as the Great Bharatvarsha. That's how this Bharatvarsha, we say there is a whole earth planet, not just a portion of India right now. They call it Bharat or Hind. And King Bharat rejected this material world, considering all types of material pleasure temporary and useless. Leaving his beautiful young wife and family, he worshipped Lord Hari by severe austerities and attained the abode of the Lord after 3 lifetimes. We all know that because he was in the forest, he left everything but like we read. And but then he's in a forest, a nearby river, and then one deer, she was pregnant, and that time tiger made this tiger roared very loudly. So she became scared, and she tried to jump over the river, the other side. And what happened? She jumped and she died. The baby was on the water. So Bharat Maharaj, he took compassion on baby deer and brought him and just nurtured him and like that. So took care of him. But he became gradually callous toward his spiritual practices, and he was always taking care of the deer. So he was always thinking of deer. So that's how he got the second birth as deer. But he was on almost above stage, but still, this little thing, it just came down, and he has to take another birth. So after that, when he was in the deer body, he was hearing around, he was always staying around those sages who were glorifying the Lord. So then, and then he will only eat the dry leaves that fall on the ground, and like that. So that way, because he remembered Krishna was so kind, so he gave the deer remembrance that this is why. So you have this body, deer's body. So he always remained there. And after leaving this deer's body, then he became the son of a Brahman, and his name was Bharat. So then he would not, like he would just act like deaf and dumb. So his father tried to teach him about all the purificatory process and how to clean the body, how to everything. But whatever father teaches, he would do it reverse. He didn't learn anything. So father thought that he cannot do anything. But then eventually father left, and then his brother was there. But then he was, the brother also said, he can just go. He didn't also let him go. So he was just sitting somewhere on a way, and the king's palanquin was going on. And the palanquin had 4 carriers. The one of them became sick, and they saw Bharat, and then asked him to join. So then from there, but he is completely realized soul. So then, but he just carried, he didn't do anything. But he was carrying, and every time when the ants comes in or something in our way, then he would just jump like that. So then the king, his name was Rahuga, who was in the palanquin. So he gets upset and he chastises him. But then, since he had taken him on his shoulder, Bharat had carried, because he was one of the carriers. So that is his duty to deliver him. So then that time he speaks, and so then by when he speaks about how he is not this body, and I am about the knowledge of the absolute and things like that. So then Rahugan becomes so much afraid, and he just bows down and he just accepts him as spiritual master and take the lesson from him. So that way, so then Rahuga he delivers Rahuga like that, gives the knowledge about the absolute. And so that's how he eventually attained the perfection. So that's why it's described here that in 3 lives he attained perfection. So then the Rishabdev had that's the well, Bharatma is the one, and then he had 9 sons who were very vigorously they were greatly fortunate sages who worked very vigorously to spread knowledge of the absolute truth. They wandered about naked and were very well versed in spiritual science. Their names were Kavi, Havir, Antariksha, Prabuddha, Pipalayana, Avidhotra, Drumira, Chamasa, and Karabhajan. So these are the now yogendras that we are Caitanya Mahaprabhu is describing about, talking about me in Chaitanya Charitamrta. So this now yogendras, they freely travel everywhere, and no one will check them. So then they are in a need. Hare Krishna. Can you hear? King Nimi, he was performing yajna. He's a Rajarsi. They were all Rajarsis previously. Janak Maharaj, Rajarsi, and then all the Yudhishthira Maharaj. They were king, emperor of the whole world. Whole world means all Prithvi, our planet. So then, Nimi was performing yajna, and these sages, now yogendras, they appeared there. So King Nimi just got up from it, and then he welcomed them and offered them a seat and worshipped them. And then he asked questions, because he knows that all these very exalted personalities will come. They don't stay at one place longer. Like Sukadeva Goswami was just staying at a place where then the person milks cow. So as soon as the person milks cows and gives the milk, then he just take the milk and then just go away. So like that, they wouldn't stay. So then King Nimi, he wanted to take advantage of these exalted personalities. So he asked, and King Nimi, he was also called Videha, because he was not on a parallel platform. It was Videha, without Deha, without the body like that, because he was not conscious only on that body. He was a Rishi, Rajarshi. So he was also called Videha. And Janak Maharaj, Sita Devi's father, he was also called Videha. So then King Nimi asked 9 questions to the 9 yogendras, now yogendras. So then all the 9 saintly sons of Rishabdev, the first question was asked, what is the highest good? And the answer is given in this 11th canto, chapter 2, verse number 30. All this Prabhupada has also given this. And second question was asked, what are the religious principles? Dharma, natural proclivities, swabhava, behavior means achar, speech means vakya, what we speak, and outward symptoms, lakshana of a Bhagavata, a Vaishnava, devotee of the Lord. So how do Bhagavad Gita, also Krishna says, Arjuna asks about the sthita prajna qualities, how they walk and how they sit, how they talk, like that. So that answer to that question is in 2nd chapter, 11th canto, 2nd chapter, verse number 44. All these answers are very, very long, for a few pages. So that's why I'm not reading all those questions. And the third question is, what is the external energy of Vishnu? The Supreme Lord. And the answer to this question is given in 11th canto, 3rd chapter, verse number 1. Then 4th question was asked, how can one become disassociated from this Maya? The question to this answer to this question is chapter 3, 17, verse number 17. Then 5th question was asked, what is the true identity of Brahman? is also given in 3rd chapter, verse number 34. 6th question, what are the 3 types of karma? Namely, karma based on the enjoyment of the fruits of work, karma offered to the Supreme Lord, and karma. The answer is given in chapter 3, verse number 41. What are the various pastimes of the various incarnations of God? That's in chapter 4, verse number 1. Question 8. What is the aim or destination of one who is against the Supreme Lord and devoid of bhakti? In other words, a non-devotee. Chapter 5, verse number 1. And question 9. What are the respective colors, forms, and names of the 4 Yugavatars, the 4 incarnations of the Supreme Lord who appear in the 4 ages? And what is the process of worshipping each of them? That is in chapter 5, verse number 19. And all these 9 questions answers are given by the transcendental answers to these inquiries were given by the great devotees Kavi, Havir, Antariksha, Prabuddha, Pipalayana, Avirhotra, Drumila, Chamasa, and Karabhajan. These 9 Paramhansas answered the 9 questions, each in turn, in the following verses. Like I just said previously, 233 and 43 and like that. So then we will read on this the 9th of the Yogendra. His name is Karabhajan. And he gives this one verse. So, Krishna Varnam, we all know this verse, I think we have heard many times. Krishna Varnam Tisa Krishnam Sangupangasa Parsadam Yajne Sankirtana Prayir Edantihi Sumedasa. The translation: in the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. This same verse is quoted by Kaviraj Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the Caitanya Caritamrta Adi Lila, chapter 3, verse number 52. So here we see that Srila Jiva Goswami explains this Krishna Varnam. Krishna Varnam means Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Varnam and Krishna Chaitanya are equivalent. The name Krishna appears with both Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Krishna. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he always engaged in describing Krishna and thus enjoying transcendental bliss by chanting and remembering his name and form. Lord Krishna himself appears as Lord Chaitanya to preach the highest gospel. Varnayati means utters or describes. Lord Chaitanya always chants the holy name of Krishna and describes it also. And because he is Krishna himself, whoever he meets him will automatically chant the holy name of Krishna and later describe it to others. He injects one with transcendental Krishna consciousness, which merges the chanter in transcendental bliss. In all respects, Therefore, he appears before everyone as Krishna, either by personality or by sound. Simply by seeing Lord Chaitanya, one at once remembers Lord Krishna. One may therefore accept him as Vishnu Tattva. In other words, Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna himself. In Sangopangastra, also, they say all the weapon. He comes, when Krishna comes, all his entourage also come, paraphernalia and everything. Like we can see like a president, it's or mayor, or somebody is going visiting some place, and so many people goes with him. And the secretary and the driver and cook and and so many servants and like that. So when Krishna comes, he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he doesn't come by himself. Even though if we see just Krishna is himself, but he is not. Because everything is in Krishna. There is nothing outside of Krishna. Everything is in Krishna. So that's how we say, when the Krishna and Krishna's name are not separate. Abhinatva namina. Nam is Krishna, and the Nami is Krishna. The person, and his name is Krishna. So they are not different. So Prabhupada also gives an example about like when we say Krishna, so Krishna is present. But if somebody calls my name and I'm in another room and I won't be here and I won't be present there, Prabhupada has said there like that. So because in the material world, Nam is separate from the objects. The objects are there, but it's not salt. Salt has a quality. It's a salty. We can, like this another also, like white things. You have so many white things: salt, sugar, flour. So unless when we taste it, then we say, no, this is salt, or this is sugar, or this is flour, like that. So then we have to taste Krishna. How do we taste? By chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. We can give full attention and chant this Hare Krishna mantra. So that's how we will gradually taste the sweetness of Krishna's name. Like Rupa Goswami, he is describing, he says, I don't know how much nectar there is in these two words, Krishna. Because as soon as I utter this name, I desire to have millions of tongues and millions of ears. So then I can chant and I can hear and relish this nectar like that. So Krishna and Krishna's name are non-different. So same Krishna and Krishna's paraphernalia, anything related to Krishna is Krishna. It's not separate from Krishna. So all this, we see so many material things. But if we utilize in Krishna's service, it also acquires spiritual nature. It is also spiritual. But when it's being used for other than Krishna's service, and devotees, other than devotees service, Krishna's devotees service, then it's not just a material thing. But if it's used for Krishna and Krishna's devotees, it's a spiritual. So then there's nothing out of Krishna, everything is within Krishna. So that's why when we utter the name Krishna, Bhakti Thakur in the song, he says that he says to Krishna that you have two forms, Vachya and Vakya. So then there's person and person's name. Like now, Krishna himself and Krishna's name, they are not different. But there is the name of Krishna is more merciful than Krishna himself. Or we can say Krishna's deity himself. Because Krishna and Krishna's deity is non-different. So they are not different. So, but we cannot take deities everywhere. Because. But Krishna's name goes everywhere with us. And whichever condition we are in, we can associate with Krishna's name. But we cannot associate with Krishna's deities in any condition. We have to purify, take a shower, then apply the mantra, tilak, 12 tilak on the body parts, and also perform the achaman, and then we can approach Krishna, deity of Krishna, deity of Lord Chaitanya, which are non-different. Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna. In the Chaitanya Caritamrta, there is one verse. It says like that. The verse goes like that. Jaya Gaura Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Kripa Kari Deho Prabhu Nisha Padadhan. That's how Lord Chaitanya is described in Chaitanya Caritamrta. This one verse. It's very beautiful. So one time, when Prabhupada had installed so many Krishna deities, Radha Krishna deity, and so usually Krishna's deity is blackish. But in some places they are white. Like in Los Angeles, we have Dwarakadish, which is in white marble. Radharani is white marble, like that. So somebody has said that, he said, this is Krishna. It's not Krishna. Krishna is black. It's not white. So Prabhupada said, no, Krishna is white also. Krishna is black and Krishna is white also. So then when I read this verse, so they say, yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, and he is not black. And this verse also describes Krishna one, Krishna Krishna, Sango Pangas Parsade, Yati Sankirtan Pai, Yajanti Sumedusam. And this is a process in the Kali Yuga, the Sankirtan, chanting of the holy name, and gathering all the devotees, all the persons, and chant loudly. So the other living entities, they also get benefit of the mantra. And I have heard the one devotee has described how that one disciple of Guru, he was given the Hare Krishna mantra. So then he said, then Guru said that you should be very confidentially, very nicely chant this mantra, that you will attain all perfection. So then he said, okay, so he was doing that, he was chanting very diligently, like everybody was chanting before the class started, and very nicely, enthusiastically chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So he was also doing that. Then he went out. So then there was one Toby, and he was washing clothes, and he was chanting Hare Krishna mantra. See, what is this? Gurudev said this is a confidential mantra. So it's confidential. How is it confidential? The Toby even knows it. Then he goes further, and one lady fetches water from the well, and she's also chanting Hare Krishna. How is this? How is this confidential mantra? So he got confused. Then he goes further, and the kids are playing, and they are also chanting Hare Krishna. So then he said, why? And there was the shoemaker, he was also chanting Hare Krishna. So he get confused and say, what kind of mantra my Guru Maharaj gave? He said it's confidential, but everybody is chanting. How confidential is it? So then he goes and approaches Guru Maharaj. My dear Guru Maharaj, you gave me this mantra. He says it's confidential. So you just chant very nicely, secretly like that, concentratedly. Then when I went out, and then the doggy was chanting, that lady who was fetching water, she was chanting, that those kids were chanting Hare Krishna mantra, and that Mochi, shoemaker, he was also chanting. So they said, how is it this, how is this different? How is it? You said that it is a confidential mantra. So then Guru Maharaj said, if I tell you anything, you will not understand right now. But I'll tell you one thing. So then Guru says, okay, here, this is Parasmani, it's a Chintamani stone. Take this and offer them. Just go and all of those 4 people you did talk about. Just go and offer to them and say. So he said, okay. So he goes there and he's offering Toby. Toby said, what will I do with this? I can just rub the cloth. When there's some spot on cloth, then I can just rub it and do that. I don't have use for it.
Mataji, can you be a little louder? Sorry, I'm losing your...
Oh, I think I have full voice. Yeah. The Dhobi says that I don't need this. What can I do with this stone? I can just, if there's some spot on the cloth, then I can just try to rub it off. But I don't have a use for it. You just take it, so he didn't take. So then further the kids were playing. I said, okay, you can use this stone also to play. He said, no, we don't want this. We have this other things. We are not interested in it. I said, okay. Then go to the lady who was fetching water. Say, here you take this. And say, no, what will I do with this? I don't need it. Then he goes to the shoemaker. Because shoemaker uses stones to soften the leather. So he said, here, you can use this. He said, what will I do with it? All I can do is use this this leather to make it soft. I can do that. But so then he just takes that. Okay, you don't need me, so I will take. So then he understood. So he went to Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj said, see, what is the value of them? They have this mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, but they don't know the value of it. And they cannot put in their effort. They are just chanting. Like if we teach a parrot to chant Hare Krishna mantra, he will chant very nicely, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But somebody grabs by the throat, then he's not going to chant Hare Krishna. He's going to say, call, like that. So it's difficult. So it's not saying the Krishna in Krishna's name, but we are given this knowledge that Krishna in Krishna's name are saying there is no difference at all. Prabhupada says when you chant Krishna, Hare Krishna mantra, Krishna is dancing on your tongue. So we can envision how Krishna was dancing on a Kaliya serpent hoods. Kaliya serpent, he was raising wood to bite Krishna, but Krishna would jump on it, and then another hood, like he had so many hoods, thousands of hoods. So Krishna was dancing. So our tongue is like a snake, that how Kaliya is very soft. But then we should pronounce Krishna completely, all the syllables. So then that Krishna will dance on the tongue. And Krishna will be happy with the name. So Lord Caitanya is describing here about this, how this now Yogendras, they were fixed in the impersonal aspect, but they became a devotee by the association of the devotee. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Narad Muni. We read that in a purport. So we have this both. We have Guru Maharaj who has given us this mantra. So we have mantra and we have devotees and we have Bhakti Sangha, Japa group. So we have everything. So now I should take advantage of it and become perfect my life, purify my existence. So, and then, I don't know, there is a verse, I think I read 119. I don't know. In 20, there is something that describes, in verse number 20, describes, I will read the translation of 120. The 9 Yogendras entered Lord Brahma's association and heard from him the real meaning of the topmost Vedic literatures. The Upanishads, although they were already conversant in the Vedic knowledge, they became very jubilant in Krishna consciousness just by listening to Brahma. So they knew all this scripture. They knew everything. They were already conversant in this Vedic knowledge. But the Brahma, the devotees of Krishna, when he heard this, they became devotees, Krishna conscious, and they became very jubilant. So we'll also become very jubilant. I know some of the devotees we have here on conference, they are jubilant, very, very nice. They speak, they are giving nectar, very wonderful nectar. They are lifting others up in Krishna consciousness. Thus, they wanted to enter Dwarka. They became Krishna conscious. They wanted to enter Dwarka, the abode of Lord Krishna. In this way, they finally achieved the place known as Ranga Kshetra. In South India, there is a Ranga Kshetra. Sri Ranga is called Ranga Kshetra also, I believe. I think that's what I have heard also. So, and Lord Ramachandra as a Ranganath, he is there. So there is very nice stories about, also I have heard about the Ranganath and Bharadraj. They both, they wanted, I forgot the name of his Acharya in the Sri Sampradaya. Ramanujacharya. They both wanted Ramanujacharya. And their competition was going on. It's a very nice story I have heard. It's very, very wonderful. So, whenever you hear about the Lord's pastimes, devoted pastimes, you become very happy to hear all this. So, I think I will end here. And this quotation, though this verse is from Maha Upanishad about this, Yogendras, they achieved the place in the Ranga Kshetra. So maybe they have temple there, I don't know. I went there, but just visited one temple and then that's it. So, but it was very nice. I think I will end here if anybody have any correction. Because question, I don't know about the question. There are 9 questions and the answers are also given by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. So that whoever wants answers to those questions are there. But Prabhupada has also given us this chant, Hare Krishna mantra, 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles, and be purified and go back to Godhead. We don't have to go in a place. I don't know if this is Ranga, what is called Ranga Kshetra. So maybe it's in spiritual world Ranga Kshetra, or this South India Ranga Kshetra. Doesn't matter, it's no difference. Hare Krishna. Please forgive
Hare
me.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Kaumodaki Mataji, thank you very much. I really, really enjoyed the class. The way you were walking us through these two verses, taking us to the teachings of the Navayogendras, reading the most important one, which was Krishna Varnam Pusha Krishnam, the 9 questions, and then finally ending with this beautiful last verse of how with mass association we were able to perfect their lives. Very, very nice, Mataji. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful class. I thoroughly enjoyed the class. Thank you so much.
Mataji. See, I was thinking I can just summarize the teachings. But then the thing is, Prabhupada has given, and it's very, very long answers. I try to read because I would have to read the whole canto. Still, I couldn't finish it.
Yeah, the whole of 11th canto.
So I say I will just read these questions and answers to that, where they are. So, but very nice. I read some, but it's very nice. I stayed up late when I read it, but then still, it's very difficult to put it down. But then I said, well, I have to get up. So thank you, Mataji. Give me the opportunity to read. Otherwise, I can read only for a few minutes, about 10-15 minutes, and then my eyes give up. But I don't know, somehow, by the higher order, I stayed for us, and I read. Thank you very much.
Hari. We are blessed, Mataji. I mean, you are amazing. Thank you very, very much for all this effort, and it becomes very, very condensed nectar when we hear it from your mouth. It was beautiful, very, very beautiful. Such a well done class. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
It's your guidance, Mataji.
No, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, I can't hear. Can you speak a little louder, please? Is it Brinda Gopika Mataji? I know you always speak softly.
Hare Krishna, anyone else has any? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Oh, Vinaya Mataji.
One second, Mataji, I think it's echoing. Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Very, very beautiful class and very nice story, Mataji, that you have told how Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very important. And, this is given to everybody, but people don't know how to use it. The story that you have explained about the stone, and it was a very nice, Mataji. Very nice class. Thank you so much for such a beautiful class. Please give us your association regularly, and it really helped me, Mataji. Thank you. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, even though that's why we go on out, Harinam this last Saturday. But we reached there, and before we reached the temple, they already left. So then next week, so Saturday, we're going Harinam on downtown here in Baltimore. So it's very nice to chant. So people get to hear willingly or unwillingly. It's helping them. So in a story of these 4 people, they are also helped somehow. Krishna is very, very merciful. Somehow or other, he just wants all of us there. So then he's arranging for our purification. Thank you, Mataji. Vinaya Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So true, Mataji. Even though we are willing or not willing, we have to chant this mantra. So one day we'll get the love for that mantra. For me, especially talking, even though I'm interested or not interested, I have to chant because we promised to do that. We are going to chant 16 rounds, and one day surely we'll chant by, pure-hearted, like lovingly to the mantra. Please pray for me, Mataji, so that one day I completely, with love I can chant my rounds. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Yes, nice. How you call Vrinda, lovingly? So that's lovingly you can call to Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Ji Kaumodaki Mataji, Koti Koti Dandat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. As usual, wonderful class. Yes, Mataji. I know that when we are staying in Mumbai, the Harinam Sankirtan, it's coming from some other family, other community, but it's just too hard. My daughter will get up, me to get up at 6. It's like 5:30 or 6:15 every Sunday, Mataji. So Harinam Sankirtan is unknowingly or knowingly effect to each and every soul, Mataji. Thank you very much for your service. Pray for us that when my responsibility is over to take care of my ma, I will also do your whatever seva you are doing, I will also continue that seva. Harinam Sankirtan seva.
Thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Koti Koti Dandat Pranam to you. You are doing so much a nice service. So how is your mother doing now? Is getting some help?
Her 10 finger is not working. In hospice, day by day the body is declined, so it take 2-3 months, Mataji. But now she started to take Harinam Sankirtan. But somehow by her mercy, I will take Lord Krishna's name more than 500 times.
That's nice.
She feels better.
So you have also arranged for some tape recorder or something like to play there Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Yes, that is the Srila Prabhupada, the machine 24 hours going on the Hare Krishna Mahamantra machine. And Prabhuji is given a class in Mumbai in a Gujarati, so that I will continue that class, Sri Bhagavatam class, all over the world.
Yeah, that's very nice. So it's nice, it's only, Prabhupada say only medicine is this Hare Krishna mantra. It's a medicine for all the diseases.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Kaumodaki Mataji, thank you so much. It was so nice, and you were especially so observed in the class. Just the feeling, hearing more and more from you, Mataji. So nice, really. Feels so good. After a long time I was hearing to you. Thank you, Mataji, for your encouragement for everyone, Mataji. So nice. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Anjana Gopika Mataji. I don't hear you chanting out loud when nobody chants loud that you were chanting like that, on a conference call, when everybody chants.
Yes, Mataji, not getting your association from long time, Anjana Gopi.
Yes. Something has happened?
No, Mataji, because I like to chant. I finished my round morning, but I like to chant it soft now. I think I feel like that.
So
please give your association, Anjana Gopi.
Yes, and then even though you chant your 16 rounds by yourself, still, a few minutes maybe, you can come on and chant loudly, so then everybody become kind.
Yeah. Mataji, I really like to chant loudly, but I think it's conference call. It's better to chant softly,
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Everybody chants how they, however it comes out from them. It's nice.
Thank
Some
you.
chant fast.
Yes, Mataji. Sorry for interrupting you, but it's wake up the sleeping soul, Mataji. So please come and give your association.
You see, if you chant loud, then wake us all up.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your encouragement.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Nice to hear your voice. Hare Krishna. So, nobody has any question. And there was nothing that I said there can be question. So anyway, so we can end here if nobody has any comment or correction? Hare Krishna.
Anyone wants to? Yes, Navni Mataji. Can take over.
Lovely Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much Mataji for very, very wonderful class. When we hear the glories of Harinam from pure devotees' mouth, Mataji, then our faith increases, Mataji.
Yes, you are hearing from Prabhupada, not from me. Because what I read what Prabhupada has given us. So, Prabhupada is pure devotee. And we are trying to become you. Thank you. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you for
much.
Yeah, you were chanting very nicely. I heard you chanting.
No, Mataji.
No, you were not chanting.
I am only trying my best, but still I am not chanting attentively.
Oh, really? I don't know, but the whole mantra was coming out from you. That's okay. The thing is, we say then attentively or inattentively chant. Because we are not pure, but the mantra is pure and fully potent. So, it may take little time to purify us, but it will purify. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your association. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you very much for your association. We can end now here.
Yes, if nobody has any questions, we can end the call here. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindubhasya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Caitanya Charitamrta की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, हर कमोदकी माताजी की जय,
जय और भक्ति संगत
Jai.
जय
Jai.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna.
जय कृष्ण धन्यवाद प्रणाम.
धन्यवाद प्रणाम.